We've all been there. You're at a cookout, you grab a hot dog, reach for the mustard, and take that first bite expecting tangy, zesty perfection. Instead, you get watery yellow disappointment that slides right off your food and pools on your plate like regret. Here's the problem. The mustard aisle has become a minefield of mediocrity. Some brands are charging you $4 for organic bitterness. Others are giving you exactly what 60 cents buys, which is basically flavored vinegar water. And the worst part, most people are grabbing the same bottle their parents bought without realizing there are options that actually deliver on flavor. So today we're ranking 8 mustard brands from worst to best, because the right mustard can turn a boring sandwich into something you actually look forward to, but the wrong one will make you question why you even bothered opening the refrigerator. Hit that subscribe button because we're about to separate the real deal from the yellow. Disappointment. Number 8, Great Value Yellow Mustard. Walmart's Great Value line, launched in the 1990s, is a retail giant's answer to shoppers who prioritize price above everything else. This yellow mustard is what happens when cheap becomes the only goal. What you get is less mustard and more yellow dishwater squeezed from a plastic bottle. The texture is watery and runny, creating visible liquid pools on your plate. The color is pale, washed out yellow, like someone diluted actual mustard with tap water. The flavor is flat and muted with a random metallic aftertaste. It slides off food immediately. At 60 cents for 20 ounces, you're paying 3 cents per ounce. It contains standard ingredients, but the execution is bottom tier. 60 milligrams of sodium per teaspoon is the same as premium brands, so you're not even winning nutritionally. Multiple blind taste tests rank it dead last. Great Value exists as a loss leader to get bodies through Walmart's doors. They're banking on 11,000 Walmart stores moving millions of bottles to people who won't notice they're eating yellow disappointment. At 60 cents, you'd think you're getting a deal. Turns out saving 40 cents isn't worth eating something that tastes like mustard flavor regret. Number 7, 365 Organic Yellow Mustard. Whole Foods launched their 365 line in the early 2000s to prove organic doesn't have to be expensive. Spoiler, it also doesn't have to be good. This is what happens when someone improves a perfect recipe by swapping a key ingredient and creates an expensive mistake. The texture is smooth and creamy. But here's where everything goes wrong. They use apple cider vinegar instead of distilled white vinegar. The taste is fruity and inappropriately sweet, clashing with everything mustard should be. Weird lingering apple notes make you feel like you're eating fermented fruit, not a condiment. $2.49 for 12 ounces means 21 cents per ounce, 4 times the price of Great Value. The apple cider vinegar dominates, drowning out the actual mustard. Multiple reviews say it's better suited for salad dressings and hot dogs. This exists to capitalize on Whole Foods shoppers who equate organic with automatically better. The apple cider vinegar substitution is cost-cutting masquerading as health innovation. They're counting on customers paying a premium without tasting it first. When your biggest innovation is ruining a 120-year-old recipe with the wrong vinegar, maybe innovation isn't the answer. Number 6, Organicville Yellow Mustard. Organicville launched in 2005, riding the organic wave straight into your wallet. At $3.99 for 12 ounces, this is the priciest mustard per ounce on this list. And get this, it tastes like they forgot half the recipe and just ground up turmeric root. The texture is smooth, but the taste is aggressively bitter, overwhelming everything else. It's so earthy it legitimately tastes like dirt mixed with vinegar. The bitterness hits immediately and doesn't let go. 33 cents per ounce. You're paying luxury prices for the taste of punishment. Blind tasters note it leans into bitterness instead of balanced flavor. The cute earth tone packaging gets people to try it once. Very few come back. Organicville exists because someone realized they could charge premium prices by slapping organic on mediocre products. The organic certification costs more than improving the taste. They're targeting first-time organic experimenters who assume expensive plus organic equals quality. When your mustard tastes like punishment, the organic label becomes an excuse, not a selling point. Number 5, Gulden's Bold Yellow Mustard. Gulden's has been making mustard since 1862 when founder Charles Gulden opened shop after serving at Gettysburg. They added this yellow version in 1949 to compete with French's. Here's the thing, Gulden's is legendary for their spicy brown mustard. This yellow version, it's like asking LeBron James to play baseball. The texture is smooth and spreadable, but the taste is too bitter. The bold promise goes overboard into harsh territory. There's a sharp, aggressive vinegar zing cranked up 20% too high. Everything's just slightly too much. $2.49 for 12 ounces. 55 milligrams of sodium per teaspoon is actually lower than competitors. But blind tasters repeatedly cite too bitter as the main complaint. Gulden's Spicy Brown won gold at the 2005 Napa Valley Mustard Festival. This yellow version, crickets. This exists because Conagra wants a complete product line, not because anyone asked for it. Their Spicy Brown has a secret 140-year-old recipe and fierce loyalty. This yellow version is an afterthought. They're counting on the Gulden's name to move bottles. When you're legendary at one thing, maybe stick to it instead of making mediocre versions of everything else just to fill shelf space. But if you think a legendary brand phoning it in is disappointing, wait until you see what 170 years of mustard making experience gets you at number 4. If you're already rethinking your condiment choices, hit that subscribe button so you catch our next ranking. Number 4, Plochman's Mild Yellow Mustard. Plochman's has been making mustard and only mustard since 1852. They're one of America's oldest continuously operating mustard brands with iconic barrel-shaped bottles. With 170 years of dedicated mustard expertise, you'd expect something special. Instead, you get the Toyota Camry of condiments. Reliable, boring, forgettable. The texture is ultra smooth with perfect viscosity. The color is vibrant, bright yellow. Visually perfect. The taste is mild. Balance, pleasant. And that's all you can say about it. Good acidity, but no punch to make it memorable. $2.99 for 19 ounces works out to 16 cents per ounce. Decent value. Blind taste tests praise texture and color, but criticize underwhelming flavor. The real kicker, they make creative varieties like chili dog, bourbon, and Carolina BBQ. So they can innovate, they just don't with this one. Plochman's is family owned and dedicated solely to mustard. They know how to create exciting flavors, but this mild yellow plays it so safe it's invisible. They're banking on the iconic barrel bottle adding personality the mustard lacks. When your biggest accomplishment is the shape of your bottle, your mustard needs work. Number 3, Heinz Yellow Mustard. Heinz established their empire in 1869 and proceeded to dominate the ketchup market so thoroughly they own 70% of it. Mustard is their side hustle, and when ketchup royalty decides to make mustard, they don't mess around. The consistency is perfect, thick enough to cling to pretzels, smooth enough to spread effortlessly. The color is classic yellow. There's balanced vinegar tang with clean mustard seed flavor. It doesn't slide off food, which is rarer than you think. Natural finish with no weird aftertaste. $2.49 for 14 ounces. 60 milligrams of sodium, 3% daily value. Test Kitchen praised the consistency, didn't slide off the pretzels. 4.8 out of 5 stars on Influencer from over 900 reviews. Heinz leverages massive brand recognition and distribution muscle. When you own 70% of the ketchup market, you have resources to make secondary products actually good. The inverted squeeze bottle prevents watery messes. They're banking on the reputation carrying over. And it does. Proof that being number 2 in mustard is pretty damn good when you're number 1 at everything else condiment related. And if this ranking is saving you from mustard regret, smash that like button. It actually helps the channel grow. Number 2, Gulden's Spicy Brown Mustard. Remember how we said Gulden's yellow mustard was disappointing? Well, this is what Gulden's actually does best. Founded in 1862 by Charles Gulden after serving at Gettysburg, this spicy brown has a secret recipe unchanged for 140 years. It won gold at the 2005 Napa Valley Mustard Festival for Best Deli/Brown Mustard. The texture is thick and grainy from coarsely ground seeds, bursting on your tongue like caviar. The color is rich brown, owning what it is. The flavor is bold, tangy, and punchy without being overwhelming. Heat level is present but accessible. Not scary spicy, just perfectly balanced. $1.98 to $2.49 for 12 ounces, 20 cents per ounce. Incredible value, made with organic vinegar, number 1 grade. Mustard seeds, salt, and spices in that secret formula. 50 milligrams of sodium per teaspoon, the lowest of any brand tested. Amazon reviewers say best spicy brown mustard around. Been using since I was a kid. Official ballpark mustard at multiple stadiums. This is 140 years of perfecting exactly one thing. While French's chased yellow mustard dominance, Gulden's quietly became the undisputed king of spicy brown. They filed a patent for the plunger-style dispenser in 1881, still used today. They found their lane, stayed in it, became legendary. 140 years of getting spicy brown exactly right. Sometimes specialization beats diversification, but as incredible as Gulden's spicy brown is, there's one mustard that's been the gold standard since 1904. Number 1, French's classic yellow mustard. French's debuted at the 1904 World's Fair in St. Louis. Same fair that introduced ice cream cones and hot dog buns. It became an instant American icon. 120 years later, it's still the number 1 mustard brand in the world. They nailed perfection once and had the discipline to never mess with it. The texture is perfect, shooting out in wavy, squiggly lines. The visual everyone pictures. The color is bright, glossy, vibrant yellow. The platonic ideal. There's balanced tang with a subtle garlic note. That's the secret weapon ingredient. The vinegar is sharp enough to cut through but doesn't dominate. The mustard seed flavor is earthy and present from certified master grinders. The finish is clean and natural. $2.49 for 14 ounces, 18 cents per ounce. Ingredients include distilled vinegar, water, number 1 grade mustard seed, salt, turmeric, paprika, spice, natural flavors, and garlic powder. 55 milligrams of sodium, 2% daily value. 0 calories, 0 fat, 0 carbs. Stone ground by certified master grinders using the entire seed for 0 waste, commands 30 to 40% of the U.S. yellow mustard market. McCormick paid $4.2 billion for the brand. French's was named after founder Robert Timothy French, not the country. When you debut at the World's Fair and become synonymous with baseball, hot dogs, and American cookouts, you've transcended being a product. The signature yellow bottle is trademarked and instantly recognizable. They've maintained recipe consistency for 120 years because when you achieve perfection, changing it is vandalism. The constitution of condiments. Perfectly written once and never needing revision. When you've been the gold standard for 120 years, everyone else is just competing for silver. Look, at the end of the day, choosing mustard comes down to one simple question. Do you want the real thing, or are you okay with the yellow disappointment? And now you know the difference. We went from great value's watery 60-cent regret to French's 120-year reign as champion. From Organicville's $4 organic bitterness to Gulden's secret spicy brown recipe that stayed perfect since 1862. Here's what matters. Price doesn't equal quality in the condiment aisle. The cheapest option costs you in flavor. The most expensive organic option costs you in both money and taste. And sometimes the brand that's been doing one thing since 1904 is still doing it better than everyone else. Hit subscribe if this changed your grocery list, and drop a comment telling us which mustard we rank too low. Because I guarantee someone out there is ready to fight for Plochman's, and I want to hear about it.